everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sharon and this is a channel that is dedicated to all things related to narcissism. I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on all types of topics related to narcissism. So if you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. I would really appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. It's a free way you can help me out, and definitely don't forget to leave a comment because I like to read what you have to say. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about knowing your enemy. But before I get into the video, what I do on Friday is I give you the update. I hold myself accountable as to where I am in terms of getting my divorce. So I'm very close now. I'm 1 to 3 weeks away from filing for divorce. In fact, this morning, I'm expecting a call from my lawyer. I'm going to be talking to her about a couple of things. One is I'm going to pay her the retainer. I'm going to give her the $3,000. I'm going to officially hire her. The second thing that I'm going to do is talk to her about getting a restraining order. I'm very nervous and uncomfortable about my ex, so I need to get a restraining order either at the same time or before I go ahead and file for divorce. There's been a few things that have happened this week. It's been a real up and down week for me. It's been a horrible week in a lot of ways. I've been very emotional. It's been horrible. It began last weekend. Now, before I get into that, I'm just going to tell you what my ex says where he's at. He claims that he's homeless. He claims he has no money and he's homeless. I live in New Hampshire. He works in Boston. So he claims that during the week he lives in Boston, homeless. And on the weekends he comes up to New Hampshire and lives homeless up in New Hampshire. Why he comes up to New Hampshire, I don't know. He has no friends here. He has no job here. He has no family here. There's no reason. He doesn't see us. There's no reason for him to come up to New Hampshire. But apparently he does. I don't know. This is what he tells me. I don't know because I don't see him. But apparently he's homeless with no money. So Joe said to me, so my ex and I still have a joint checking account, and I have my own personal checking account as well. So Joe's like, you should go and see what he has in the checking account. So I went and I checked the balance of the checking account. He has over $6,000 in this checking account, so he's stockpiling cash. I don't know what he's doing with this cash. So I found out this week he has a stockpile of cash. On top of that, he showed up at the house unexpectedly. Now, I live by myself with 2 kids in a house with 40 acres of woods behind me. I do have neighbors, but they can't see my yard from their house. If I was in my backyard screaming, I don't think that they would hear me. So I'm in a very vulnerable position. And on top of that, I'm particularly small, and that just makes me feel unsafe in general anyways. And on top of that, my ex has physically assaulted me before. So all these things make me very uncomfortable. So it turns out that my ex actually, let me backtrack for a minute. I've been trying to clean my house out because once I file for divorce, I know my home's going to go into foreclosure. Hopefully a judge will make him pay the mortgage, but I don't have any confidence in that. So I think there's a good chance my house is going to go into foreclosure. I've been trying to get as much stuff out of the house as possible strategically early in the week so that if my ex comes up to New Hampshire on the weekends, he doesn't see like furniture outside the house. I've been leaving it outside. People will just take it. Everybody loves free things. So stuff I don't want, stuff I don't need, saves me a trip to the dump. So I put out front and people take it. Well, I do it early in the week so that there's a couple days so that he won't see it. Well, he showed up at the house unexpectedly. I get this text. I was already in bed and I get this text from him and it said, why are the chairs outside and where's my mail? My ex still gets mail at this house. So what he'll do is he'll ask me every once in a while to get his mail together and put it in the mailbox. And then on the weekends when he's in New Hampshire, he'll come take it at night. Well, this time, I don't know if he was intimidating me. There was no reason for him to do this. He knew I wouldn't have the mail outside, but he stunned me when all of a sudden he's asking me why this chair's outside and where's his mail. So I didn't know what to say. So I told him I was cleaning out the basement and that I don't have his mail outside because I wasn't expecting him. I don't know why he told me that he was there. I don't know if he was intimidating me, if he wanted me to know I'll come to the house and I want to come to the house. I don't know if there's other times he's around the house. I don't know. I've caught him in the woods in the backyard before. He's shown up at the house before, but always where I would see him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing at night. He could be in the woods every night for all I know. It intimidated me to a huge degree. So that's one of the things, because I know once I file for divorce, nothing is going to hold him back from hurting the kids and I. Why does he care? He has nothing to lose at that point. makes me very uncomfortable. He's already unstable. He's been diagnosed as psychotic by a psychiatrist. He's hurt me in the past. He's very, very unstable. This is what I'm talking about in today's video. Know your enemy. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the video now. I know that going into the divorce, I am fully expecting to meet my enemy in the courtroom. In today's video, I'm going to discuss who the narcissist really is. This video is for people who are really dealing with narcissists. It isn't fantasy land where we pretend that there's good in everybody. That type of gullible credulity got far too many of us in long-term relationships with narcissists that all eventually end the exact same way. This video is for the person who wants to roll their sleeves up and get to work reclaiming their life. There are no redeeming qualities in a narcissist. Now, I know some people will say that I'm bitter, or that of course narcissists can change, or they're hurt, and hurt people, or with God, with therapy, with love, drugs, hope, prayer, with something, that they can become a good person. If that is your view, talk to me again in 20 years when you are a broken shell of the person you once were, and let me know how that went. The reality is that some people are just bad. When you're dealing with a narcissist, it's crucial that you understand exactly who you are dealing with. Now, it might be helpful to begin with an explanation of the psychology of narcissism. So a narcissist is a person who feels a core sense of worthlessness, and they cope with that by disowning those feelings and consciously insisting on their specialness, their importance, and their superiority, while simultaneously coercing others to treat them in kind. This type of coping mechanism is largely unconscious, and it requires low empathy and remorselessness. Now, those are two traits that narcissists come by easily, and when that comes into contact with the slightest failure of anybody else to reflect back that artificially inflated sense of self, the narcissist might go into a rage, a silent treatment, or other painful to you response to teach you how they should be treated. This is always calculated. A narcissist can, for example, be extremely friendly to other people in the same room at the same time that they are ignoring you completely. Or a narcissist could be raging at you in the car. Say you're going to church. So here you are going to church and your narcissist is raging at you in the car. You are terrified. You are in tears. You are experiencing real hell on your way to church. However, they get to church, they park the car, they step out, and then they begin greeting everybody else. Good morning, Jane. May the peace of the Lord be with you. Oh, hi, Pastor so-and-so. How are you this morning? Yes, we're well, thank you. Meanwhile, you're standing there shell-shocked, unable to pull yourself together in the same way. This is the enemy I want you to understand. I want you to know. Narcissists have many weaknesses and few strengths. Their main strength is you. They depend on and feed off of your empathy, your belief that everybody has some good in them. Do not make that mistake. One of the reasons it's difficult to beat a terrorist is because when it comes down to it, a terrorist isn't afraid to die. Narcissists are like that. They will hold out to the end, and you will break if you insist on hope. If you insist that your narcissist is that elusive 1% who will change. When I first learned about narcissism, I heard that these relationships don't last. They all end, they must end, and I got mad. I didn't want to hear that. No, mine's going to be the exception. For anyone like that, I get it, I do. But my advice to you now is to begin to at least entertain that possibility. Fantasyland isn't a real place, but the years you waste on a narcissist are very real. So back to what I was saying. You are the narcissist's strength. They need you. You are their reality. Now, remember, their core is worthlessness. They strong-arm you into reflecting back the personality of their choice. So it would be like if I stole someone's trophy and then convinced myself that I actually won the game, the race, whatever. Recognize what is happening. This is what narcissistic supply is. Take it away. Take it away cold turkey. You are not doing the narcissist, or more importantly yourself, any favors by playing pretend. You're an adult. Do not play pretend. My ex literally collapsed when I took away supply. I stayed with my ex for 3 years after I took away the narcissistic supply, and in that time, he lost every friend he had. He lost his family. He literally was committed to a mental hospital. He became homeless. He was dragged, kicking and screaming out of his house several times by the police. He lost his kids and is about to discover his wife, me, is divorcing him. I held all the power, all of it, but I believed it was the exact opposite. It's the same with you. This is why it's so crucial to know your enemy. Your life is smoke and mirrors. You're raising your kids like this. So do not be your own worst enemy. When you're in the battle of your life, be very careful. You have to cut any ties to any dangerous daydreams about the narcissist. Narcissists are almost certainly not going to let you go easily. Remember, you are their reality. You artificially prop them up. They need you, but your life isn't a charity. A narcissist will likely attempt to hoover you if you try and take away your narcissistic supply. They will try and suck you back in. This is when the narcissist becomes the person they used to be, the person you dream they will be. So here comes with my narcissist some plant, some lame card, some "I love you, aren't I cute? I know you cried in bed next to me and I got off on it, but now I want something, so let's play pretend." No! Place yourself on death ground where your back is against the wall and you have to fight like hell to get out alive. Personally, I detest playing games. I can't even tell you how many times Joe's had to talk me into doing these things. I hate playing games. However, I've understood that we are talking about our enemy. So in today's video, I'm talking about understanding your enemy. You were put in a game you never wanted to play. I don't like playing these games. I hate playing these games. But I didn't voluntarily put myself in this game. It really is a matter of sink or swim. If you don't play, you will lose. So once you understand who you're dealing with, you can manipulate and anticipate the actions of a narcissist. They do not have the cognitive ability to adapt and change. It's the same strategies over and over. Rages, silent treatments, hoovering, flying monkeys, etc. They also have a very low opinion of you. This all works to your advantage, though. In my case, I have never said one word to encourage him in the hopes that we will reconcile. Never. But his high opinion of himself and low opinion of me has bought me crucial time to get in the optimal position to divorce him. He left me and my kids in a devastating financial situation. Devastating. Like I've told you, every 2 weeks, I have had to demean myself by asking him for money. I had to. There are uncomfortable realities when a narcissist was in any control of your life, because they believe it's only a matter of time that until you do what they want. In my case, that has allowed me to pay my mortgage. You're going to have to do things that you loathe, but always keep the end game in sight. They forced you into this. You might be like I am and have kids to feed. Do what you have to do and don't feel guilty. Remember, don't be your own worst enemy. You are fighting for your life. Another important thing to remember is never be intimidated by the appearance your narcissist has. Instead, look at the parts that make up the whole. And I'm not necessarily talking about their physical appearance, just the appearance of power that they have. By separating the parts, you can bring down any narcissist. They are not a formidable foe. They depend on you being a certain way. So take a deep breath and encourage yourself. Attack the narcissist when they least expect it. Strategy is everything. You have to play the long game. So Joe and I have often said that narcissists are like the bad guys in a movie. So finally they're down. They get down for whatever reason, but they're still alive. If they are shown any mercy, they will figuratively grab your ankles when you walk by. A narcissist cannot be shown mercy ever. And I don't mean that you literally kill them, but I do mean you play the game until you are able to say, checkmate. A narcissist is not your friend. You cannot afford to show mercy to somebody who will steal your soul, destroy your kids, and sleep just fine. To reiterate what I said at the beginning, there is not good in everybody. There just isn't. I mean, I wish that there was. I wish that we lived in a utopia. But when you are dealing with a narcissist, you are fighting for your life. You really are. You have to play smart to get out. A narcissist will destroy you. Ask any of us who have been in these long-term relationships. Every single person. There's nobody that has a happily ever ending with a narcissist. There are people who feel like they're stuck with the narcissist forever. And I get it. I do. I can understand that that is a situation that people end up in, but they're not happy. Somebody like that is left. I mean, if that's you, if you're thinking to yourself, I can't leave the narcissist, I'm just stuck with this narcissist forever. A best case scenario for you is going to be the most you can ever talk to your narcissist about is the weather. You will not have any real communication. You will not have any real connection with this person. There isn't real love. You're in between silent treatments all the time. You never know what this person's going to do. You're with somebody who really doesn't love you. And I get it. I do get it that sometimes you decide, well, for whatever reason, I'm going to be homeless if I don't do this. I understand that. But that's your reality. In a best case scenario, there is real love out there. I am experiencing it right now with Joe. There's real love out there. You do not have to be with this narcissist, this person that doesn't care about you at all. You are in control of your future, and your kids are counting on you. Regret is a terrible place to live. I often encourage myself with Psalm 118, verse 17. I shall not die, but live. That gives me so much strength when I say that. So try that when you're nervous, when you're scared. I shall not die, but live. And then take a deep breath and walk forward. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm very grateful for everybody who watches my channel. Truly, each and every person, I thank you. So if you haven't already, like I said, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you all on Monday with Joe. We're going to do a video this weekend that I'll release on Monday. I'm not sure 100% what we're going to do, but we're thinking of doing some more spiritual warfare, maybe with the unpardonable sin. So let me know if you're interested in that. And I will see you all on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless you.